guys, Fat Man Tully. Touching base a little bit. I know I haven't been uploading videos like I'd like to, but I've been working quite a bit. Doesn't seem like there's been enough time to have for myself lately, much less for anything else. Just had a rim fire day today with me and a friend. Hoping to get a little more going on rim fire wise. My daisy is fixed and works beautifully. And other than that, I had 422s out, and my friend that came out too, he had brought 3 of his along. I told him one of these days he's got to bring them all so I can shoot them all. So we shot each other's stuff and just had a pretty good time. We were out there for 3 hours just shooting 22s. We must have sent, gosh, at least 1,000 rounds down range. I know I dropped 500 or so at least. So we had fun. But along the way, I kind of get the feeling that maybe I've misled some of you to thinking that I have hunted in the past, and I have not. It's one of the skills that, like I've mentioned in other videos, the whole deal about the prepping is, I think you need the skill set to do other things. And so part of what I'm doing is I'm teaching myself to hunt. And I actually went out and got my first squirrel today. And as I was cleaning it, it made me think, hey, when I got my Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops knife, I only did a kind of overview of it as a inexpensive knife. And I never really had any use. I carried it a couple of times, but I never really used it a lot. Well, today, as I was preparing my squirrel, field dressing it, I said, maybe I should do a little review on it, because today I actually had to sharpen it for the first time. And that was probably, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago that I did the video on it. The actual kind of introduction video, if you will, along with a Sheffield knife. And, I'd have to say, if you need a knife to carry, it's great. It's got a nice deep pocket clip, which is one of the things, let me see that a little better. It's got a really deep pocket clip, which is one of the things that I liked about it. The pocket clip is thick enough, there's enough space there, and it goes deep enough this way to where you can actually just clip it to a 2-inch belt and it'll stay on there just fine. The clip is really decent. It's just starting to, I don't know, I want to say not anything bad about it, because it's a little looser than it was when I got it, but not by much. It did need a little bit of oil on the pivot point for the blade, but like I said, I've been carrying it for a while. I did sharpen it because it finally got dull, and I've been carrying it ever since that initial video, just about every day. So I don't know, some of the specs on it, I think it was how long was it? You go get the real deal here. 7 3/4 inches long, and the blade from the point to the hilt is 3 1/4. So you get it gives you the contours here. Seem to be really comfortable for me anyway, and I can hold it really well. It gives me a 3 1/2 inch blade, which is plenty for most of the tasks that I'm doing with it. I used it today to clean up, to field dress my first squirrel. So I went out and I shot my first squirrel. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've shot several squirrels in the past, but this is the first one that I actually shot to bring home to eat. I was hoping to get more than one, but one was all I got, and it was a little red, but hey, a couple of them is going to make a meal. And I noticed that this knife was a little dull. So I brought it home, finished out my day after being at the range with a friend and all that. Came down into my workbench here, started cleaning 22s, figured, oh, I better throw a quick edge on there. I'm working on a new holster too. So, I mean, I've got a few things going on. Had my Makarov out, and every time I go to the range and I have my Makarov on, I make sure I run a few rounds through it, just to make sure it's functioning. Keep it functioning, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do and still accurate and all that. So, if you find yourself in need of a knife and don't want to break the bank, I would say the Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops is a good choice. The Sheffield that I gave to Guy Smiley, he reports that is doing well also, because I figured I can't field test two knives, so I gave him the other one. He said it's been doing pretty well. So he likes his, I like mine, and away we go. So the Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops. Give it a shot. I think you'll like it. I think I paid $10 for this at the local Fleet and Farm store, maybe 12. You know, I'm all about being on a budget, doing everything on a budget, and I don't think I need to spend, you know, $50 on a stinking pocket knife. You know, I've done everything with this. I've done some batoning with it, which, who uses a folder for batoning? But I've done some little bit of batoning with it, and everything else, and this thing has been awesome. I'll try to get some video of some of the things that I've done with it. Maybe we'll just go out and have some fun. You'll get to see it. So, you all take care. God bless. Stay safe. And have a great, great evening. Subscribe if you like what we're doing. If not, you don't have to say anything. Or you can say something. Comments and suggestions are always welcome. Thanks for watching.